We're going to talk about a terrible topic, which is taxes, and how QuickBooks can help us make it a little less onerous. So I know one thing that you often recommend is that small business owners invest in a scanner. What does a scanner have to do with QuickBooks and taxes?
Great question, Frank. Well, one of the big things is, as a business owner, you're allowed to deduct from your income business expenses. And to do that, you need to prove that they're ordinary and necessary for your business. So there's a business reason for deducting these expenses. Now, what happens is when you go to shop for whatever, if you go get paper at your local office supply store, if you get gas or whatever business-related expense you may have, it always comes in these really cheap, flimsy receipts. And if you ever notice, after you fold them, after a week or two, they've already begun to fade and you might lose some of the information on them. Now, God forbid if someone ever gets audited or questioned by the IRS or a state municipality, they want those receipts as proof of what you purchased, and so you can easily explain why they are business deductions. Now, the problem is a lot of these receipts and the paper they're printed on, frequently, if you get audited, it's usually several years down the road. It's not right away. And if you put a receipt in your wallet and pull it out a month later, it already could be hard to read. Imagine what that's going to look like in 3 years from now. And the scary part is in 3 years from now, even if you have all the receipts, if they're in a shoebox and you can't read any of them, you do not have the documentation needed to support your deductions. Which is why I recommend the way to keep good quality records of your receipts is to invest in a scanner. And it really depends on your business, the volume of scanning and the volume of receipts, but there's a lot on the market. Find one that you like. And that way you can scan your receipts and you can store them electronically. And the IRS will accept those as documentation, so that way you're not losing any of that valuable information. Also, if you happen to scan those as PDFs, which I normally like to do, as you're paying invoices or bills in QuickBooks, there's actually a paper clip, just like there would be in an email. And you could attach those PDF files directly to the bills that you're paying. So that way the documentation is literally right there. If you ever get audited, you could click it out, you could click on it and also see the PDF attachment.
Well, that's certainly excellent advice to invest in a scanner, and pretty good return on investment on that scanner, being that they're so inexpensive these days and yet could be worth thousands to be able to justify your deductions and your expenses going forward with the IRS.